Okay, so I have something that I never really thought that I would do online because it's awkward and I'm not professional anything. Especially not a professional at this. I'm kind of just getting my hands wet a little bit with this whole YouTube thing, and it's a blast. And I'm certainly not a professional makeup artist or cosmetologist, but there is this company called Il Makiage, I think. I probably should have double checked before I started this video. And they have on their website this big color test thing. I guess a lot of companies do it. I only know that because I've taken it on several companies before. But anyway, this particular company, I took their color match test 3 different times over a span of 3 months because I don't know, maybe I'm just a natural skeptic. That's probably what it is. And I just really wanted to make sure if I was going to try their product, I really had the one that they really thought was going to be the best match for my skin. The point is, it just came in yesterday. Okay. You can't even see it. So, oh wait, where's the camera? You can't even see it. So this doesn't even count as an official unboxing because it doesn't. And you can tell I was especially excited to try this today because, well, I have new blemishes on my face that just arrived. So nice of them to come and visit. I usually have pretty okay skin. It's okay. I mean, it's not the best. It's combination skin is what it's officially called. And going through high school when a lot of people get lots of different things happening with their skin, I was mostly pretty clear, except for the occasional humongous atrocity that just like, oh my gosh, is so embarrassing. You can't look at someone's face without seeing it. Like one of those, like a volcano on your face. Those are the kinds I used to get. I didn't have like legitimate acne or anything like that. But guess what? 2 days ago, my skin was nice and beautiful, clear skin. And then I didn't get very much sleep. And in only one night of pulling an almost all-nighter, I woke up after a couple of hours of sleep, right? I went to bed at 4:75. And this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Okay. 3/4 of an hour is not 75. 3/4 of an hour is 45. Oh my gosh. People, make sure you get enough sleep or your brain will not function properly. I did not go to bed at 4:75. I went to bed at 4:45 in the morning. So I only got a couple of hours of sleep before I had to get up and make breakfast for my kids before they went to school. And when I woke up after only a couple of hours of sleep, this is what I had. Can you see it? Of course you can see it. How could you not see it? But it made me super excited when this arrived because theoretically it's supposed to cover stuff like that. So you should try it. But you know, I was preparing for like 2 minutes. I prepared for like 2 minutes to do this video. And I thought, why does it even matter? Why does makeup even matter? Why do we care? And I had this earlier school of thought to which I was really married for a long time. I used to say for a long time, I would say, wow, I can't get the lid off. I used to say that of people who wear makeup, there are 2 different types. That you have people who wear makeup to accentuate their features and people who wear makeup to give themselves features. And in case you're wondering, that's just not true. It's not. There are not only 2 different types of people who wear makeup. It's stupid. You know, as we get older, we change. That's obvious. Our bodies change, our faces change, our skin changes. And so much of society is geared towards helping prevent that change. I always thought that was just ridiculous. I mean, aging is so beautiful. And truthfully, I'm a person who has had moments, in my life where I didn't really want to keep living. I've had severe depression since I was a senior in high school. And it's like totally okay because I'm actually a happy person. I'm a happy person. So you think, well, you don't seem depressed. Well, that's because I'm not depressed. I have depression. It's different. I feel like being depressed comes and goes. And depression is just it's this underlying layer of sadness it's just always there. And normal people have ups and downs, right? And when you're a person who suffers from depression, you're the truthfully, for me, what it feels like is just, it feels like gravity pulls harder on me. I don't know that I have a lot more sad thoughts than other people do, but I'm just heavy more than other people. I feel like the earth is literally pulling me down. Like there's this physical weight that I'm pulling down on me all the time. I'm supposed to be doing makeup at the same time. I don't know how to do makeup and talk at the same time though, apparently. So I think that aging is beautiful because if you have gotten to the age where you are actually aging, I'm like, that's a huge score, like a tremendous victory. I used to not care a whole lot about my birthdays. Now I love them and I celebrate them with rejoicing every year because I made it another year. I survived another year. Without dying or, without dying, I made it. Like, that's super cool. So just the fact that you can age is awesome. And you have so much tremendous power over yourself and your own potential just by the fact that you're alive at whatever age you are. See, and I always thought wrinkles are beautiful and I would never mind when I got them. But now I'm getting them and I'm like, isn't this too soon? I'm only 34 or 5 or 6. I don't actually know my age. It changes every year. I can't keep up with it. But it's one of those. I'm somewhere in the mid. I'm somewhere in there. I'd have to sit and do the math to actually figure out what my age is. And I'm not that great of a mathematician. It's confusing. Especially because if I sit and I do the math and think, okay, well, this is the year 2021, then I just subtract the year that I was born from that, right? You think, okay, great, I'll just do that subtraction, and then that number is my age. And then, but it's not. It's not, because my birthday isn't until the end of the year. So if I do that math and I say, okay, well, this is how old I am. No, it also depends on what month we're in, because if we haven't gotten to my birthday month yet, then I'm actually that answer -1. It's just too much arithmetic. And you know what? I was not good at arithmetic in school. Although, to be fair, it's probably because I did not get enough sleep when I was in school. Because as we just discovered, not getting enough sleep will do things to your mental capacity. So get enough sleep. Anyway, I think that a lot of the dysphoria that people experience when it comes to aging is just that we experience a discrepancy between how we view ourselves and the reflection that we see in the mirror. Even now, when I meet people and they say, you know, hey, it's nice to meet you. What are some things that you like to do? Some of the first things out of my mouth are that, oh, I love to sing and I love to dance and I love performing on stage, and being a performer is one of the first things I usually mention when people ask. But the truth is, it's not really what I do anymore. I haven't performed on stage in, oh my gosh, if you can believe it. If you can believe it, I have not performed on stage since 2008. That's right. That's over 10 years. But since I've actually done it. But it's one of the first things I think of because it's still how I see myself. It's still one of my favorite things to do, even though I haven't been doing it. And I wonder if when we get older, that's part of the dysphoria, the disconnect that it's a disconnect that you experience from yourself, from how you used to be, right? Because that's still how you see yourself. You still see yourself how you used to be. But then when you look in the mirror and you think, oh my gosh, that's not really what I am anymore. But I know that this is something my mother experienced. I have a picture of her. Do you want to see her? Oh my gosh, I hope I'm framed properly. Because like I said, I can't see what you're seeing. So I don't know what I look like. Oh, I haven't put on makeup yet. I do know what I look like. Sorry. Anyway, this is my mommy. She's so pretty. And this is her best friend. So This was taken obviously kind of closer to whatever her prime was. My mom was actually a professional dancer. She was a professional Polynesian dancer. And as I mentioned in previous videos, it's actually how she met my dad, was in a singing, dancing, performing group. But, you know, as she got older, she got married and started having kids. And after she started having kids, she started gaining weight. She always felt uncomfortable with herself and didn't feel like she could do the things she wanted to do. In a way, it was good because it made her be more creative. Like, she had more creative outlets. She didn't go and dance anymore, competitively or professionally, but she became a choreographer and a director and a producer. So she was able to be more creative with the talents that she had as she got older, so that she could try to continue doing the things that she loved doing. I wonder if that disconnect that we feel when we feel like we've passed our prime, or we feel like what we see in the mirror isn't what we feel like we are on the inside. Maybe that's where the physical dysphoria comes from. You know, even whether you're aging gracefully or not, or aging beautifully or not, or aging or not. God, that doesn't make sense because everybody ages, but I've been jibber-jabbering, and I have not even put on this makeup, which is probably good because, like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. Anyway, so if you wear makeup to give yourself features, or you wear makeup to accentuate your features, or you wear makeup because it's fun, or you don't wear makeup because who cares, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as you're focusing just as much or more on your inside as you are on your outside. Is this even going on the right way? I was in this show once called Snow White, and it was a unique take on Snow White. And we all sang this song called "What is Beauty? What is beauty? What makes one beautiful?" I know part of that answer is not doing your foundation like this, because clearly. Okay, well, he told me 3 different times that this was going to be my magical shade. Okay, here's the real test over my big thing that came in yesterday. My big friend who's coming to say hello. He's coming to say hello. You know, I love to sing and dance, but I haven't been able to do that for a long time. And I don't really have much interest in living vicariously through my children by making them do the things that I can't do anymore. Not that I can't do them. I mean, I could. But if I did, then other things would have to take a backseat in my life. And I don't feel comfortable having some of those things take a backseat. So I could be performing on stage if I wanted to. It could be. And then it wouldn't have to be something that happened in my past. It could be just something that I was doing right now. It's just a matter of priorities. And I've chosen other things to be my top priority. That's just getting old. It's part of getting older. It's lots of shifting priorities, deciding what's most important to you and what's not most important to you. But I am grateful for makeup because I feel like it helps me bridge the gap between how I see myself and it helps me bridge the gap between my mental image of myself and then the physical image that is reflected back to me. When I look in the mirror, not that it's bad. I mean, I've never really thought of myself as being an ugly person. I don't think so. You know, I'm pretty normal, pretty average, which means that on some days I look prettier than on other days. I think most people in general, they're happier. I mean, they're prettier when they're happier. What do you think? What do you think about this shade? Is it working for me? I can't even see because I don't have good enough lighting. Do you have good enough lighting? Can you see me? Does it work? I don't know. And I didn't bring over any powder. This is not serious. This is not serious business. I will go into the bathroom and I will double check everything that I just did that I can't really see. And we'll see if it was serious enough. IL MAKIAGE. I hope you have a wonderful day. I really do. I'm grateful for makeup. It makes me happy, even if I'm not super great at it. That's all.